It's a pleasure to be here. I am thankful to our chairman sir, Mr. Shekharji and IPTA jury giving me opportunity to have a presentation on our visionary director, Mr. Madhurji, that we are facing this issue in the industry for order control, and I am presenting on behalf of them because it's their vision. We have to implement something on this topic also. As we all know, we are facing acute problem of order in all the craft industry. So many industries in Vapi and closed down, and so many other industries are curtailed their production to not able to maintain the quality of our product and not able to compete with the in the international market to maintain the quality due to one of the order is one of them issue. We are not able to maintain. We can use this anaerobic digestion system in our ETP to recycle the water with small purging to control the odor and COD in the total system. In the anaerobic digester, in the absence of oxygen, we transform the bacteria with the help of bacteria to bio-CNG. That is also a green energy which can be utilized in the power boiler, maybe power generation, and also CNG. These are the normal characteristics of the pH, BOD, COD, TSS in the input of the anaerobic digester. We have to maintain these parameters. Actually, initially, when we start this system, there may be COD level maybe 25,000, maybe 30,000, maybe 50,000. But initially, for one time, we have to maintain in the range of 5,000 to 7,000 ppm. Then it will be in the system, and which will control the outlet parameter of COD as the Central Pollution Control Board and State Pollution Control Board. BOD less than 30, COD less than 200, pH and TSS less than 30. In primary treatment, we maintain the TSS level only. In the primary clarifier, we remove the suspended particles like TSS, which is fiber also, non-fibrous material also. Fiber we will reuse in the paper machine area, and inorganic material we will take out from the clarifier underflow and use it in the as a fuel in the boiler. Okay. This is the normal process of flow diagram where we don't have anaerobic digester. Either we have a primary clarifier or DAF in the ETP area where we remove the suspended solids. Then the aeration to further treat that, reduce the COD, BOD up to 90% in the aeration with the help of oxygen. Then secondary clarifier, then tertiary clarifier also to maintain the final treated water parameters as per the government norms. Either may be used in the paper machine area, plantation, pulp mill and irrigation also. With that parameters, we can utilize this in irrigation also. If we do, you see, if we don't have anaerobic digestion in the system, our treatment cost from 5,000 to maintain 250 is very high. But if we have aeration system in the system, our that 70% reduction will be there in the anaerobic digester. So my COD from 5,000 will come down to 1,500. So my aeration, secondary clarifier and tertiary treatment cost will come down 30% by this. And area requirement will also be less. Now this is without this was the without aeration. This is with aeration and bio-CNG. After primary treatment, we remove the suspended solids. Water will go to the anaerobic digester. In the absence of oxygen, that bacteria will convert that into biogas, and which because that biogas contain methane percent up to 60 to 65%. But we have observed in 2 mills, one is in South India, one is in Haryana. We are getting methane up to 70-75% also, which is very good value. And H2S content is around 2%, rest is CO2. So first we have to remove the H2S percentage in H2S scrubber. There are some technologies in the market, you see here. This H2S scrubber, water scrubber, chemical scrubber, chelating ion. These are the technology to remove the H2S, and the H2S will convert it into sulfur, that is also an organic fertilizer which will be used in the fields. Then there is a membrane balloon. After that, I will go through that. This is the input parameters of the reactor. This is the outlet. Methane percent up to 90%. CO2 less than 4, H2S is less than 10%. And that for bio-CNG, government has given up to 30%, 10 ppm, 30 ppm, but we can maintain up to 10 ppm. And use, either we can use in the existing boiler as a fuel if we have shortage of steam. Otherwise, we can convert that into power also. Then power generation will be 2 to 2.4 units per meter cube raw biogas. If further we treat the raw biogas into CO2, we remove the CO2, we can convert it to bio-CNG. That will be as a fuel for the vehicles, green energy. This is an anaerobic digester. We have to have this system also, biogas holder in between and flaring system, because we cannot store the gas so long. So in forward system, in case it is shut due to some maintenance or other problem, so we have to flare that gas for that time. And that will be auto ignition in the system, fully automatic system. H2S scrubber. Then next is we have to remove CO2. To remove the CO2, there are 4 technologies available in the market, but for Indian conditions, we prefer PSA, pressure swing adsorption technology, with the help of genotype chemical molecule sieves, which we also use in the oxygen plant to get oxygen from the air and convert it to for either medical oxygen or either for any industry use. Same technology we use here to remove the CO2 from the methane gas, and pure methane will pass through the next process of compression. This is the odorization system, just like LPG gas. There is no smell of methane gas also. It is a natural gas. So we have to add some ppb level of mercaptans, so that in case there is any leakage, so person or operating crew came to know that some leakage is there, to control that leakage, we add these mercaptans. Then compression. In CO2 system, up to CO2 removal, it is a 0.3 to 0.5 bar only. But when it comes to the petrol pump, then methane will go to the petrol pump, we have to compress it to up to 250 bar. Through this compressor from 0.3 bar, we compress it to 250 bar with the 4-stage compressor. The main block will come from the Germany, rest all assembly will be here in India only. Then finally the cascades. Cascades there are 2 forms of cascades. One is 40 cylinders and another 60 cylinders. In 40 cylinders we can contain up to 500 kg of gas, pure methane gas, and in 800 cylinders we can contain up to 900 kg for the transportation of the fuel to the petrol pump. Now see, this is the actual selling point of the bio-CNG at the pumps. Next, after anaerobic digester, there is a normal process of aeration in the aeration tank with the help of oxygen. Then secondary treatment to remove the bacteria. Then polished filter and end use. This underflow we treat with the screw press. The underflow which will come from the primary clarifier and secondary clarifier, and that sludge can either may be used in the boiler or may be sent to that egg tray manufacturing companies as a sludge. This is the layout of the ETB plant with the bio-CNG. We need at least minimum 2 acre land for the complete plant. We do complete end-to-end engineering, not only equipment supply, total engineering, automation, pump sizing, equipment sizing. And with all this, we can remove smell from our paper, and we can reuse the water with little purging of the system. Because calcium is there, we have to treat that calcium. Our R&D team is working on that. But little bit purging of the treated water, we can achieve this smell-free paper. Thank you.